Hello there guys and welcome to Daily Updates. We are less than 7 days away from voting. The 29th of May 2024 is the day that many will be making their mark, deciding the future of South Africa for the next 5 years. Who are you going to be putting as the person in the office? That remains to be seen. But what I've noticed is that there are a lot of people who have made their decisions on this is the person I vote for. Mainly those people are the people who belong to those political parties and they have memberships. But many who don't follow politics and who don't have memberships might not know who's the right candidate to be voting for. I mean, for example, one could look at it and say that for me, I would vote for someone who went to varsity. I would vote for someone who graduated, who has a master's, who has a degree. Then I would know that this person can be able to run the country on a sober mind. In that regard, I've made a list of these candidates together with the qualifications that they hold so that we can be able to see that are you really going to run the country without this qualification of with that. But that can really apply to the people who say that for me to vote, I need to see you having one too. To start with this, firstly we look at Vuyo Zungula, the leader of the ATM. He holds a Bachelor of Commerce degree in Business Management from Nelson Mandela University and an Honours degree in Business Management from UNISA. Maimane, he matriculated from Allen Gray High School in 1997 and he has 2 master's degrees in Public Administration and Theology. And he also has a PhD in Economic Development which is underway. Herman Mashaba finished high school, went to varsity, but he became a dropout. I think that's where the introduction of Black Like Me started after he dropped out from varsity. Ethan Mackenzie, unfortunately, there is no record of where he studied, where he went to varsity. I'm quite unsure of whether he went to varsity, but definitely he went to school, but the record is not there. The record that we do have is that he went to prison and served his time, came back and went into politics. John Steenhuisen attended Northwood Boys High School. That is the only record that we have of John Steenhuisen. Whether he finished matric, we are unsure of that because according to reports, he did not finish. He dropped out and went for politics. And he's been in politics for a long time. Even in the 90s, he was in politics. So John Steenhuisen never went to varsity. And the next candidate, Jacob Zuma, his highest level of education is Standard 2. Standard 2, dropped out, joined politics, Robben Island, freedom fighters. Those are the credentials of Jacob Zuma. President Cyril Ramaphosa, he went to high school at Mpapuli High School in Sibasa. That was in 1971, and he holds a law degree from the University of South Africa. Lastly, Julius Malema of the EFF. Malema graduated from Motlakeng High School in Seshego. In 2010, he completed a 2-year diploma in youth development through UNISA and has a Bachelor of Arts degree in Communication and African Languages. He also holds a BA Honours degree in Philosophy. So these are the qualifications belonging to Julius Malema, Cyril Ramaphosa, Jacob Zuma, John Steenhuisen, Maimane, Ethan Mackenzie, and Vuyo Zungula. As you know, these are the parties which are high-ranking in terms of who are we going to vote for. But in case someone sits there and be like, I'm not voting for someone with Standard 2, I want someone with qualifications, you can look at the fact that Vuyo Zungula has a Bachelor's of Commerce degree in business. You have Maimane, who is actually the one with the highest education level of all of them. Or you can even go to Ramaphosa, who has a law degree from the University of South Africa, or Julius Malema, who has a few degrees, Bachelor of Arts in Communications and African Languages, and also has a BA Honours degree in Philosophy. So you could have that. But if you are someone who says, education is not important because Jacob Zuma was the president of South Africa for almost 2 terms and he holds a standard 2, then you can basically say that to me education is not important as long as that person is leading with people who are educated. Then in that case, you won't even have a problem saying that, Gayton, you can be the president of South Africa. But in a nutshell, this is to help those who really want to vote, but before voting, they have to be sure of who has what. They are saying that we must go to school. What do they have? And if you find that they also went to school, maybe it will make you happy. But the most important thing is that we go in numbers, we go on Wednesday, we go and vote and make sure that our mark is made. Whether the ANC wins or whether it loses, that doesn't matter. What would be a matter is that we have all contributed in deciding what is going to be happening in the next few years, because in the past, a lot of people have been staying home and not going to vote, which was a big problem because you stay at home and complain and say that anyway, they don't give us jobs, so what's the point of me going to vote? But after we have voted and the ANC wins and we go and still complain, it is just unfair for you to complain with us and say we don't have jobs because you did not go and contribute with us. So this is a calling for everyone to go and vote in numbers so that we can hold whoever we are voting into parliament accountable for anything that they'll be doing which is wrong. In that case, let us go out in numbers, vote, and see what will be the result, because it's going to be the most interesting elections since 1994. As we look on and wait for the updates, guys, please tune in to the channel. Until next time. Cheers.